to share with you a beautiful story. When I was a bacher in Mesivta, this goes back to the early 80s, and I remember one morning, the Menal of the yeshiva of Chaim Schmelzer, Zeichat Tzadik V'Kodesh L'Bracha, Chaim Schmelzer came over to me, which was very unusual. He came over to where I was sitting. I remember the seat where I was sitting in the Beis Medrash, and he walked over to me to talk to me, and he said, I have to tell you, Elazar, that we just got a beautiful, beautiful donation from your mother. It was the weirdest thing for him to tell me. What is he telling me about a donation from my mother for? And what does that mean, my mother, my parents? And since when did my parents have money to give anyhow donations? My parents didn't have any money. So they paid whatever tuition they could pay, but they didn't have any money. And they gave me a beautiful donation. I looked at him like, what does the Manal want? And he said to me, your mother just sent us a check for $500. Wow. $500. You don't know what that meant. I used to buy a ticket to and from the yeshiva in Chicago for $100 round trip. What is that, $500? I never saw that kind of money. So he said to me, your mother wrote a note that your mother was a teacher, and she had been, there was some program going on, I don't know, remember what foundation, maybe the Gross Foundation or some foundation, that was giving a $5,000 reward to every teacher from each school system. So every teacher who was voted the best teacher in that school system, for that year, that teacher got a prize of $5,000, which was a massive, massive scholarship for that time. My mother apparently had won that, or didn't know anything about it, but she had been nominated, and she was voted, and she won that. And now she had $5,000 that came out of nowhere. She was totally not expecting it. She had Meiser. So she wrote a note to the yeshiva, and she said, I very rarely have the opportunity to be able to show my appreciation to the yeshiva for everything they do for my boys. But now I just got a $5,000 prize, and the best place I could think to give it was to my son's yeshiva. And he said, I just want you, and then my Manal came, he said, I just want you to understand the appreciation that your parents have for the yeshiva that they send their children to. It's something that we wish every parent would feel. You do that. You let your kids know how important. I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to talk about other tzedakahs. There's many tzedakahs, and they make wonderful thons where they do all kinds of exciting, gimmicks and comics and shows and all that stuff. And good for them. Go give them money. If you have money, go give it to them. But if you have extra money, give it to your kids' yeshiva. Give it to your daughter's Beis Yaakov. Support them. Let your kids feel. Let your kids know that this is what's important to you. Their school is what's important to you. Then you are positioning your child to succeed.